Hey everybody, it's Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm talking with Jimi Manuwa, who is facing Corey Anderson on March 18th in London. Jimmy, right now this is an important fight for you. Obviously, every single one is in your division. You got more than a month out, so how are you feeling about this particular matchup with Corey?
It's a great matchup with Corey. He's a sharp striker. He's got good wrestling. He won the Ultimate Fighter as well. So I'm looking forward to the challenge.
No, I guess obviously there's not a lot of guys ranked above you, so you have to take somebody who's got a lower rank than you. How much does that bother you, or how much does that even go into your thinking when you get offers for fights?
To me, it's frustrating because a couple of people above me said no to the fight, and one person, I think Shogun, said no to the fight. He's number 6, so the only person available to fight was Corey Anderson. So we accepted the fight. He was the only one to fight.
So yeah, because
the others didn't want it. They didn't want it.
Yeah, I was going to ask because above you, there's Rumble, there's Alexander Gustafsson, there's Ryan Bader, who now looks like he's leaving, and I want to ask you about that in a minute. But so yeah, you offered it basically to Gus and Shogun and.
No, not Gus. Gus is one of my good friends.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We trained together. Yeah, we trained together, and the fight between me and him is never gonna happen. So we offered. I was meant to be fighting Glover Teixeira,
right?
And we signed the contracts, everything, and somehow the fight didn't happen. I don't know what happened or anything, but I don't think he wanted the fight. So I asked for Ryan Bader, who's number 4. And they said that he's something was going on with his contract and stuff, and then asked for Shogun after that, which is the fight was meant to happen a couple of years ago, and that would have been a great fight for the fans for London, and Shogun said no to the fight. I think these people want to hang on to their positions and stuff like. Teixeira ended up fighting someone in the top 50 who's ranked number 15, which makes 0 sense to me. And so I don't know what's going on, but thankfully Corey Anderson took the fight, and here we are.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's Jared Cannonier who you're talking about that's fighting Glover Teixeira, and that is coming up. And yeah, from my understanding, when that fight got made, even some of the people in the organization were like, from what I understand, that was one of the first fights that the new matchmaker put together, and that everybody was a little confused. Hopefully I'm not telling stories out of school here.
Well, I don't know what happened there. I really don't. That fight makes 0 sense. Why not fight me?
Yeah.
I was meant to be fighting in Sacramento, but they scrapped the card, and they asked me to fight in Denver, and I said, well, I'm gonna have to be out there for about a month, because everyone knows what the altitude is like and everything. So then after to fight, I said let's fight in Brooklyn then, and then they scrapped the fight. I don't know what's going on. If Glover wanted the fight, he would have pushed for the fight. I was pushing for the fight and everything. That fight would make great sense for everyone, but it didn't happen. So we got Corey Anderson, he's a tough guy and everything, and I'm looking forward to the fight.
Yeah, well, you make a good point though when you say that people are trying to hold on to their position. Because I feel like with light heavyweight and heavyweight in particular, there's a lot more opportunities to move. There's an older guard of fighters. When you talk about Shogun, you talk about Ryan's been there a long time. Rumble, DC, those guys have been there a long time, and I feel like there is room for you, even though you're not a newcomer, if you know what I'm saying, for you to make some impact, both you and Corey. So I can see that that would get a little frustrating that you're so close to the top and you can't get any closer right now.
Yeah, but I'm gonna jump straight past the number 3 after this fight. After I beat Corey, I want a champion, whoever it is. The DC and Rumble are fighting, so I'm going for the winner for them, because it's just like the rest of them don't want to fight. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go straight to the top.
So what is the status? I mean, sometimes people say with their training partners, with you and Alexander, for example, I would only fight him for a title fight, but would you even do that if it came down to it, or just never, ever?
No, I won't fight him. We train together every day and everything, so I can't fight him. He's a good friend. I know his family. girlfriend who's
Yeah.
having a kid soon and everything, you know what I mean? So we train to, we're good friends, so I can't put my hands on him, he can't put his hands on me.
I hear you.
So that's what it is.
How's his back doing?
His back, his back's it's getting better and everything. We're inspiring a lot, but you know, I think I can't comment on his situation fight wise and that, because, but you know, there's a lot of bullshit going on in the division right now, and you know, I think it'll get sorted out this year, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm curious what your take is. Obviously, we know that you have fought Rumble before. He and Daniel are going to be fighting each other again. I don't know how you feel that one would play out, but I mean, yeah, I think if you win your next fight, and if Ryan Bader is gone, even if Glover beats number 15, yeah, you have an argument for yourself. Who do you think you would be facing though? Would you be facing Rumble or would you be facing DC?
I don't know. It's such a hard question, because Rumble could put anyone out with the shots, and if he takes his time, he could have put DC out with that last fight if he didn't rush in and DC got his back and everything. But then again, you can't count DC out as a tough guy, and once he gets hold of you, it's problems for everyone. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know on that one. But you know, I'd always love a rematch with Rumble as I made a mistake in that fight against him, and I think it would be a great fight for everyone. But you know, I don't know. I don't mind. Either one of them are top fighters in the world.
Yeah.
So either one of them.
What was the mistake you made?
No, in the fight I threw a right high kick.
Yeah.
And then I put my foot, but he threw a left kick. But we threw it at the same time, and then he landed first with the punches straight after, and I dropped my hands after the kick and everything. So it's a simple striking mistake which I shouldn't have made, but you know, shit happens.
It does. Well, and he's incredibly powerful. I mean, I joke with DC about this. DC's the first one to say it in that first fight when Rumble dropped him. You know, and DC kind of looks up. He's like, "Oh no, he's still coming." Like, but I feel like you're a very powerful puncher too. Me and Rumble are the most powerful punchers in the light heavyweight division, bar none. But look what happened to Rumble in his fight. He made one small mistake. Yeah. With DC when he rushed in, and then all of a sudden DC was on his back. If he would have took his time after he rocked him, then he could have put him away. But he rushed in as well. So everyone makes mistakes, and at this level, it's one small mistake, and the fight could be over. So you know, you got to take your time and everything. So that's it. Yeah. Well, you had a nice win over OSP. I'm just curious how good that one felt for you, because if I remember correctly, that was on home soil. Yes.
Yeah, that was in Manchester. That was a great feeling. I felt everything came together in that fight. All my striking, everything I'd been working on, and I had a new strength program and everything. I came in way bigger than I usually do, which I learned from the Rumble fight. So every fight I take away good and bad things as well. So you know, I've put on. I've gained a lot of mass, and I did my first weight cut ever for that fight there. So it's a learning curve for me. You know, it's a learning curve for me for every fight.
So yeah, before then you were just sort of a walk around, plus or minus just what, 10, 15 pounds over the 205 limit, and this time now you really bulk up.
Yeah, exactly. I used to walk around about 100 kilos and weigh in at 93 kilos and come back in about 98 kilos, and I got away with it for so long. But when you get to the top of the division, every little detail counts and everything, and that's what I learned. Now I came into this MMA thing late in my life and everything, and I got thrown into the deep end, and I've just had to swim all the way through, you know, and I've got to the top through sheer like natural fighting spirit and everything. But when you get to the top, you learn all the little different tricks of the trade and everything. And you know, I learned the weight cutting thing and everything, and it helps a lot.
Yeah, well, it's true because from what I understand, yeah, and like you just said, you didn't really have a martial arts background as a kid. You know, a lot of the guys obviously come into the game having been wrestlers all of their life. So besides just the knowledge element of weight cutting and stuff like that, like how big of a deficit did you feel like you had? You kind of had to learn everything all at once, and we know that you're a very powerful striker, but you know, obviously there's so much to the ground game too that there's a lot of advantages, you know, wrestlers have in the division and just in the organization in general.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I didn't have any background before and everything, and no, it is what it is. It's about fighting, you know. It's not who's the best wrestler, it's who can fight at the end of the day. It's who's the best fighter, not the best talker, everything. If you can fight, then, you know, you do well. So that's why I've got far in it.
So what made you, what led to you finding out that you could throw hands? What was the, like, did you just show up in the gym one day and see what was up? Who talked you into it? How did you even find that out?
I knew I could throw hands. I knew I could throw. I just had to learn. I just had to learn. I just had to learn how and when to use the power and stuff like that. And I've got it down to a T now.
Nice. Well, I read one of the articles out of one of the British papers that said that you're actually interested in doing just some straight boxing as well. Is that true?
I do well with the boxers, man.
Yeah.
All the boxers I spar with and everything, I do really well with them. And the money's not so bad in boxing either, you know. So, you know, we go with the money.
Yeah. I used to work for Showtime Championship Boxing. I saw a lot of incredible fights there. I mean, it is still great. It is still great, but you wouldn't start out getting Floyd Mayweather money. I hate to tell you.
Nah, of course not. Of course not. But being a big name in MMA and everything and crossing over, I wouldn't do so bad.
Right.
I'm friends with Eddie Hearn over there. He's a great promoter and everything. So who knows what the future holds.
Yeah. So how many fights do you have left on your UFC contract then? Because if you wanted to do it now, you have to get cleared.
I think I've got two. I think I've got two, three maximum.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But this year I want a UFC belt. That's 100%. That's what I'm going for this year.
Nice.
The UFC belt.
Well, and you had to, what was it, an injury, right? Because I feel like, for sure, every fighter wants to be more active, and you did kind of have a little bit of a layoff for a while, right? Was that was an injury-related layoff?
When was that?
Wasn't it before OSP you had, before Rumble, or was it between Rumble and OSP?
That's right. Just before Rumble, I had a big injury. I thought injured most of my career and everything, but injuries that I could get away with fighting for. But I've had a couple of big injuries. Straight after the Rumble fight, I had my knee done and everything. I was meant to fight in London last year as well. What did I do? I can't remember. What did I do? I think I tore my bicep before the London fights. So I had to pull out of that fight and everything. But I've been plagued with injuries. But now I've put on the size and everything. I can train a lot more stronger and everything. So my body's holding up more.
Nice. Do you feel, because I want to talk to you about the fights that you would want, but what are your thoughts on Ryan Bader leaving and going to Bellator?
Do you know what? I listened to his interview the other day because I was wondering what was happening with him. And, you know, he's doing what makes sense for him. He said he's had most of his career in the UFC and he just feels that maybe he should have had a title shot. But I can understand what the UFC is saying. He's not that great of a... He's kind of a boring fighter sort of thing, but I don't know. I think he'll do better in Bellator anyway because Bellator's full of grapplers and really like Phil Davis and Linton Vassell and what's the other boy's name?
Well, Liam.
The other one from England.
Well, Liam McGarry.
Yeah, Liam McGarry. Yeah, him and you know, it's full of. I think Ryan Bader do well. He beat the current champion as well in there, so I think he'll do well with money and stuff in Bellator. Should go Bellator. Leave him to Bellator. UFC's for the A team.
Right. Okay. Well, so let's see. Well, that's kind of harsh. But let's say Glover gets past Jared Cannonier, and obviously, like you said, Rumble and
Glover's missed his chance. Glover's missed his chance. He's meant to fight and everything. I don't want to fight him after this. I want to fight straight for the title. Forget Glover Teixeira. He was meant to fight. If he wanted to fight, he would have pushed for the fight. He would have made the fight happen. I was pushing for the fight. I said I'll fight him this day, or whenever. And everything. They didn't make the fight happen. How can we fight in number 15? Makes zero sense.
Yeah. Well, the one wrench in the whole plan, though, Jimmy, is a guy named Jon Jones. You know that he's going to be coming back around in the picture probably at some point this year.
July. Yeah.
What do you make of that situation? Because, you know, by all arguments, it would make sense for him to get his title shot. But at the same time, maybe other people have been staying busy and haven't been getting in trouble, and so they should be in line ahead of him. But he definitely, you know, throws a little bit of a problem into your plan to get a title fight right away.
Yeah, he does. But it's up to the UFC at the end of the day. But for him to, yeah, it could make sense, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes. You know, he's the greatest fighter maybe ever, and that Jon Jones and all that. But who knows what he's going to be like off the steroids and stuff like that and everything. I don't know. But I've heard loads of stories and everything, and it casts a big shadow over everything that he's done. He's a great fighter, but has he been using steroids? No one knows and everything. But I don't know. It will cross that bridge when it comes. It'll be. I'll be up for fighting him. I fight anybody. I was ranked number 12, and they gave me Gustafsson. I said yes straight away. They gave me right. They asked me if I want to fight Rumble on 5 weeks' notice. I said, come on, straight away. I don't turn down fights for anybody. So whether it's Jon Jones, I want to either Jon Jones or the champion.
Yeah.
And any one of them.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that could be a good welcome back fight, is you versus Jon Jones, and as a title eliminator if you win your next one. So that makes sense.
That makes sense. Let's do it.
Nice. All right, so you're gonna finish up. Well, basically, you always do your training around Europe. You never come over to the States to train, huh?
No, I get homesick.
Do you?
I don't travel well. I miss my dog. I miss my daughters and everything.
Yeah.
I don't travel well. So like Sweden's only 2 hours away and everything. Right. It's a great camp out there. It's perfect for me. If I don't like traveling too far away from home.
I love it. I love when you.
But I went to Alliance once and I couldn't take it over there. I swear. I was meant to do the first 3 weeks and then come back and do another 3 weeks. I lasted like 10 days and I couldn't take it anymore. I had to come back.
That's crazy. Most people will come to London. They'll go down to Chula Vista at Alliance and like, this is heaven. It's gorgeous. It's fantastic.
No. I hated it every minute of it, I swear.
That's funny. I love it when, you big bruisers are sweethearts and you miss your family. I think that's great. Well, listen, obviously things have been working out for you. It's been going well, so I'm really looking forward to seeing you and Corey throw down in the main event. Again, that has to feel good that they're giving you the confidence to be the main event on a hometown game.
Come on, it makes sense. It only makes sense. The poster boy in London, main event. Come on, it only makes sense, man. It's my hometown, and they know they can always rely on me for an exciting fight. I don't mess around. I don't come to mess with them up. Every one of my fights is excited. And everything. I got 16 wins with 14 knockouts and 1 submission. Come on, I've only been to decision once, and that's to a fighter who was running all the way through the fight. It's what's his name? God, the Polish guy. What's his name?
Wait, I'm trying to remember who you were fighting.
What's his name? Blakovic, yeah, that's it. He was running all the way through the fight. That's why I went decision and that. So, I've got 16 wins, 14 knockouts. Come on. They can rely on me for an entertaining fight.
All right. Well, with that, I'll let you go. That's quite the sell right there. There's nothing more I could say. So, Jimmy, thanks so much for the time today, and we'll see you when you're making that walk.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.